All right, we're back at Media Row, presented by Toyota, and we're lounging on our Lazy Boy recliners. Long live the lazy. And I'm here with Dave Flemming, a guy that, a lot of ways to describe you, Dave. Lazy is not one of them, because I tune in TV, watching college football. You're doing, what, about 20 college football games? I love college basketball. You're doing a lot of college basketball games, and of course your day job, the San Francisco Giants.
You are a big college hoops fan, by the way. I've gotten to know you real well through college basketball. Not lazy. I do like to work. I do like to do games. This is cool for me, though, to see you here and be in this whole scene. I've been walking around all morning, seeing a lot of friends from around the world of sports, but I'm not a Super Bowl guy. This isn't my, the NFL is like the one thing that I get to just kind of be a fan. I watch the Niners and follow the NFL, but I don't work the NFL, so this is a new world for me.
That's funny, because I'm a Giants fan and I'm a college basketball fan, because I don't work baseball. I love going to games. I have a season ticket package. Me and Murph, we share it with some other people. So I go to about probably go to 15 games a year, 15, 20 games a year. So it is my release. It's my time where I can yell at the umpire and question, second guess the manager.
I know. I went to a college hoops game last night that I wasn't working. I had an NFL sponsored event down at Stanford, so I went down to sit on this panel, and then Stanford had a basketball game. So they gave me some good tickets on courtside, and I watched the game, and I started yelling at the refs, and I'm like, I should not be doing this. What am I doing? I know these guys. I'm going to be doing a game that they're working in a week from now, and they're going to look over at me, and I was just yelling at them. So
did Tony Padilla say, "Hey, that voice sounds familiar"? Who's yelling at me?
Yeah, if it was Tony, he really would have gotten mad at me.
Is there a baseball equivalent to what we're witnessing here? When you're walking through this convention center and.
I don't think there is a good equivalent to this. Now, the World Series is a huge event, and being at the World Series the last 5 years or so, I've broadcast the World Series for the World Feed, like the international feed that baseball, the commissioner's office, produces. Really fun job, and the best part about it, aside from being there for the World Series, is the whole sport is there. I have to think for you, all the friends you have in football, part of the fun of this is you get to see everybody all in one place. It doesn't happen very often. That's the World Series for baseball, but there's nothing like this. Yeah. This is incredible. And the power of the NFL, but the power to bring all these people here day after day for a full week in these concerts and events, pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is really cool. Super Bowl is a beast in itself. Ooh. And then there's the NFL scouting combine, owners meetings, much smaller, but this is like everybody is here. And you're here. I'd mentioned you call a lot of college football games. Do you ever, when you're calling a college football game, go, man, that guy would look really good in a 49ers uniform?
Heck yeah.
You got
a
some
lot
names?
Of times I do.
You got some names?
Yeah, John Lynch, call me. I took some notes this year. I do always think, especially now that Kyle has been there for long enough, you kind of get a sense for the types of players that they like and the players they look for. And it's not just Niners specific. All of us do it, I'm sure, where you think you know a little something about the game. You start to kind of scout and project ahead. To me, that's one of the fun parts about college football, is trying to figure out what you know and who's going to be good. And the other part about it is that we do get to meet some of these kids. Some of them aren't kids anymore. College football's gotten old, but some of these young men, and I got to know Fernando Mendoza really well when he was at Cal. We did a ton of his games. I'm sure we did more of his games than anybody else, any other broadcast crew. And we did when he first started games for Cal, and he was brand new and sort of as enthusiastic as he is now, but maybe a little more naive. And I remember my kids teased me about this because we were having dinner one night, and for some reason I said, I met the most amazing college kid today, and I'm going to be following his career. His name is Fernando Mendoza, and he's the new quarterback at Cal. He just won the starting job, and I've never had a conversation with any player that like the one I just had with him. And it is funny how it played out, and he became like the key figure in college football. My kids still tease me about it, because I never would say anything like that. Usually I don't ever bring up work stuff or like, oh, I had a meeting today, kids, let me tell you about that. And there was something about him that struck me as very genuine and really an interesting guy.
Did you call that Miami Cal game?
I didn't. I was supposed to call that one, and I couldn't call that. I had some other thing that I had to do. I couldn't call that game, but that was chaos. But all the games around that with Fernando,
yeah, very cool. Okay, so put on your analyst hat here for football. What do the 49ers need to do to have an off season that you're going to be happy with?
Yeah, I mean, look, the health thing is just a whole different category. It would just help if they could stay healthier. Yeah. And I who knows why that keeps happening. They have enough good players to be a championship level team. I know I don't want to use the word arrogance because I have incredible respect for Kyle, for John, for everybody down there. There's a little bit of an arrogance on the offensive line of like we can always scheme around. Yeah. We know we're smart enough. I do wish they prioritize that a little bit more. I really firmly, but watching all the football I've watched, I just believe in the power of a great offensive line. I think it makes everybody better, makes your skill players better. Everybody gets better. Otherwise, I think they're in a good position. I do. They ran out of gas at the end of this year. They had a good year. They should be proud of the year they had. Everybody always needs more talent. You always need more young, fresh talent. Offensive line is a place where I just wish they didn't run the ball as well this year as they need to. Whether that's on the line or somebody else, I guess I don't know for sure. But that's where I hope they get back to being more of a power running football team.
A couple weeks ago, I was in the city for the premiere of The Rise of the 49ers, and Tony Vitello, the new manager of the San Francisco Giants, was there meeting Joe Montana and Jerry Rice and Ronnie Lott, and I got to meet him too. What a engaging man he is.
Yeah, big time.
I hope he can manage. I hope he's a good manager.
He definitely can manage. He can. Isn't it funny? Like, if a college football coach who was considered by far the best coach in college and had built the powerhouse program and was the most famous person in college took an NFL job, nobody bats an eye. It's like, of course he did. Like, and in baseball somehow it's like, wow, I can't believe they did that. How is it that they hired this guy? Yeah. That never made sense to me.
Well, it doesn't make sense because don't you think the baseball is more similar on different levels than football is?
I do. Yeah. I do. I mean, and look, there are always structural differences, just like there are NFL to college on the football side. Those differences have kind of gone away with NIL and portal, and so you're managing a roster way differently in college. Tony's I think he's going to do an excellent job. It's not just the energy and focus level, the commitment, the intensity. He's going to have to learn. Like, you can be intense for 50 games, being intense for 162. Probably there's a different balance of how you make that work. The players I've talked to are really excited to have him. He's a talent evaluator. I've always thought, one thing that Kyle does so well as a head coach, I think Kyle is a great talent evaluator. And it helps him, what do I have? What does the opponent have? What does this guy do well? What do they not do well? Where can we attack a team? And I think Tony has that. Tony killed the transfer portal in college because he could watch tape and watch players and go, oh, that's the guy for us. And he batted like 800 in his evaluations, and I think that translates to the pro game.
Dave, thanks so much.
Matt.
This is great.
Awesome.